welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today is going to be a get it all done type of video, but more on the holiday side of things. I do have some cleaning motivation. I am going to do another shortcut cookie recipe. If you know what monster cookies are, you know they take a lot of ingredients, and I'm going to cut that down and make it a lot easier for you. And then I'm also going to show you how to do some gift wrapping. I have everything from just basically here's how you do it, just easy, all the way up the scale to show you how to even do the hard things. If any of that sounds like something you'd be interested in, stick around and let's get started. Okay, and mom life is winning. I get to show you the annoying sound you just heard is this little dog from Five Below, Puppy. She's obsessed with this thing and it's really obnoxious. So if you hear that sound in the video today, I'm very sorry. Today's video is a collaboration with Veronica. Her channel name is So Very Veronica. She does videos very similar to mine. It's a lot of mommy motivation. She does some awesome decor over there on her channel. An adorable 13-month-old baby. It's just her channel. If you need any kind of mommy content, that's where you're gonna wanna check out. So go see her when you're done with me today.
Reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs out.
As per usual, I'm going to get started in my bedroom. It just helps me first thing to get up and make this bed, because otherwise all day long I just want to jump back in it and curl up in the blankets, especially since Florida's finally getting a few cold fronts here and there. All I want to do is get under a cozy blanket and not do anything but watch Christmas movies. I wish my bed stayed all nice and pretty like I'm trying to make it here, but I do have my toddler right there, and you'll see in just a few minutes she's all in it and making it a mess again. So I did have to remake this bed about 30 minutes after I filmed this portion. My dresser magically was not a disaster. It's awesome. For some reason we've been able to keep it pretty clean for the last few weeks with the decorations up here, but we are lighting the candles and things, so I think that's another reason why I'm keeping it clean, so we have access to that.
And then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up.
If you're coming over to my channel today from Veronica's channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. My content is very similar to hers. If you enjoy her channel, you'll love mine. And if you like what you see today, please consider subscribing and sticking around. Vacuum lines are just one of those things. I see them and I'm like, oh, that area is clean. So vacuum lines are just one of my favorite things. I have a load of clothes behind me. If you see them over there near my dresser, I have this load of towels I'm folding now, and then I have a load in my dryer and in my washer. It is laundry day, so I'm just gonna fold these towels with you guys, and I will do all of that later tonight with a Christmas movie.
Oh, yeah.
And now, before I can get into any of the baking, I'm going to wipe all of the counters down with the Mrs. Meyer's Snowdrop scent. Now let's go into the baking portion. Today I'm going to show you how to shortcut monster cookies. If you've ever heard of monster cookies, you know they take a lot of ingredients. If you've never heard of a monster cookie, basically take a chocolate chip cookie, a peanut butter cookie, an oatmeal cookie, and an M&M cookie, and push them all together and you get a monster cookie. But it takes a lot of ingredients and a lot of effort. My way does not. This right here is literally all you're going to need for shortcut monster cookies. One of the packs of the peanut butter cookie mix, one of the oatmeal chocolate chip. You can also add extra chocolate chips if you have them and want to, plus the items to make the packet, which this one's vegetable oil, water, and an egg. This one's a stick of butter and an egg, and then some M&Ms to throw in there. That is literally it. First thing you're gonna do is you're going to put both of your packets into a really large bowl and follow the directions on the back for how much stuff they need, and put all that in here and mix it up real good. I went ahead and put both mixes in the bowl just to make sure the bowl was gonna be big enough. So I mean, this is my largest glass bowl and it comes pretty high, so just keep that in mind. You're gonna need a big bowl. And soften your butter. It has to be like squishy soft, otherwise this won't work. So in here, I've put everything that's on the back of both packages, but don't put your M&Ms yet until you get this all mixed up really good. This makes a very, very thick batter. So just know that the dough is gonna be really thick. And then at this point, you can add extra chocolate chips if you want to. And then you're gonna stir in half a bag, this smaller size bag, or about a half a cup of M&Ms. Like I said, make sure you stir these in. Don't use the mixer because it'll break your candy. At this point, you make the judgment call. If you think this looks like enough stuff in there, then you're good to go ahead and start putting it on your tray. If you don't think it has enough M&Ms, add more chocolate chips, whatever you want. This is when you get to play with it. Parchment lined baking sheet, and then I use a pretty decent sized scoop. If I'm gonna have something called a monster cookie, I kind of want a big cookie. So on these pans where I would normally get 12 cookies at a time, I'm only shooting for about 8 on the pan. Cookies go in the oven, 350 for about 10 to 11 minutes. Just watch them. Let's have a mom life moment for a minute. I walk off for all of 2 minutes. My daughter decides to take one of these little cups from Walmart, and you can see the burn mark right there on the handle. She tried to stick it in the microwave. Oh, no one taught her, no one told her. I've told her 1,000 times. See that mark back there in the white? Yeah, that's a burn mark now. There's the scorch mark in my microwave that hopefully I can get out, but at this point, I don't even know. I have my last batch in the oven, and these are done. They look so good. They taste amazing. They are just like a normal monster cookie that takes forever to make, but like a quarter of the work. It's just ridiculous, and they're so good. Look at it, so good. And it makes a lot, so just be prepared because I have a whole nother tray that's still in the oven. So just prepare for a lot of cookies, but super, super yummy cookies. Now let's move on to the wrapping portion. I'm going to basically step up with just a few different ones. The first thing's gonna be just a plain normal box. That way you understand the gist of how to wrap a generic present. Then I'm gonna step up a little more from there, and then I'm gonna go with the full enchilada of all of the ribbons and strings and things like that, just to show you guys how to do this as easy as possible. Okay, one tip if you want all of your wrapping paper to really match and everything under your tree, but you don't think you can do it too well, Target, Walmart, everywhere sells these little kits. They've got matching paper, matching bows, matching tags, everything in there. Get one of these if you want everything coordinating and you don't want the trouble of picking it yourself. Second tip, check the sharpness of your scissors, because if there's anything on these, it will snag the paper, or if there's anything sticky or anything like that, it will ruin the paper. And they also make devices that are made just to cut wrapping paper, but they can be expensive. And then for tape, these things work just fine, but they can be a pain in the butt, and you do have to hold the paper down with one hand and pull the tape and everything with the other. That's why I have one of these. I love this thing. I got it for like $5 at Walmart. It comes with plenty of tape to refill. Just this thing, you'll see when I'm about to use it. It's just one grab and go. I love this little thing. Most wrapping paper, not all, but most, come with this grid on the inside, if you can see it there. It makes life super easy because depending on your box, you can say, okay, 1, 2, 3 squares over and cut. So I'll show you how to do that too, but that makes life super easy if yours has the grid printed on the inside. The basics of this generic box and a roll. If you unroll it and you put your box here, you have to hope your wrapping paper this way and that way covers, and then this will cover this side. If you don't think you have enough paper here and here to meet all the way in the middle, you're gonna have to waste this entire roll by going over, and then all of this on the sides are a waste. So actually think about your box and push up a little to see where it is. Count like I said, and then on this side, actually count, go to the line, and you can cut your paper so you have the least amount of weight. Take it, you're gonna pull up, and like actually pull, but don't pull too hard so that you rip. And then you're gonna tape it, okay? Take the far side, pull it over, and again, flatten it out, and secure it. The sides are gonna be open like this. There's several ways to do this. The easiest way is to take your fingers, hold the box on the sides, take your fingers and push in like that. Push in like that. And then just pinch these, like so. I like to have my tape ready to go. And then you just push that one down, push that one on top of it, and tape it. Same thing on the other side. Take your fingers on both sides, push it in, pinch these up to crease the paper, push this side down, this side on top. Tape it shut. Very basic, stick a bow on it, and this one is done. Target sells tons of twine and ribbon in tons of Christmas colors. You can use thin curling ribbon, you can use fat wider ribbon, you can use the twine to really, really dress this up, and that's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, take the twine and you wrap it around the box a few times. And then if you want to back here, you could do that. So you can go sideways. And then you can actually secure it and have twine all the way around your box before you put your bow. Secure the twine on the back of the box with some tape and knot it. If you're worried about what the back looks like, you can always do this a little fancy. That's up to you. I don't really necessarily worry about the backs too much. Sometimes I do, but on the majority of them, a little piece of tape isn't gonna bother me too much. And then just put this right up here on your package like that. Now we're gonna move on to the more complicated things to wrap, because most people just stick them in a gift bag, and you don't need to do that. Especially a lot of people will do coordinating paper at Christmas. So one paper per kid or whoever they're shopping for, and you can actually make your own gift bags out of wrapping paper, and I'm gonna show you, but now I'm gonna move on to a candle. I know there's a bunch of people that gift candles or items of this shape at Christmas time and have no idea how to wrap them. It's super easy. So that's what I'm gonna show you how to do next is the candle. Paper has different thickness. Keep that in mind. This one right here is a lot easier to move around than, let's say, this one right here. If you're going to do a candle where you're gonna have to do a lot of bending and maneuvering, go for a slightly thinner paper. Now, for the candle, take it, lay it sideways so your paper is going long ways. This one, you're gonna see how far up the bottom the paper goes. You're gonna want it to go just slightly over halfway up the bottom. Count those squares and then cut it on this side where you hold it. Lay your candle directly in the middle, and you're gonna secure that piece of paper to the candle with just a little piece of tape. And then you're going to just start rolling. Now, if you want to, you can cut it off and save this piece for something else. Or you can continue to roll if you want to make it easier on yourself, but that's a waste of paper. So just go to where the paper meets and cut it off. Paper, and secure it. Now, for this part, there's a couple ways to do this. Don't worry if you're squishing the bottom, but set it down, okay? Now you're gonna take from where the paper meets, and you're going to push it into the candle. And then you're just gonna keep going all the way around, pushing the paper down, like so. And it will flatten out all the way around the candle, like that. And you can secure that. And it is completely closed up, completely sealed off, and you can close it with tape. You can actually take your scissors and cut slits all the way down to where the candle is. And you can do a bunch of little slits, and that just makes it easier to push the paper down if the slits are cut. That's all that does to make it easier. And then just secure with tape so it doesn't pop up. It's the same method as earlier. Pinch, poke, fold, all the way down. Just like before. Secure it with tape. The candle's all wrapped up. Put a bow on top, and it's beautiful, just like that. To wrap the final thing, it is the most complicated. It's one of the things that a lot of people are actually going to be gifting this year, so that's good. I'll show you exactly how to wrap this. 2 different ways to wrap him, but we are gonna wrap this guy. As you can tell, very odd shaped packaging, little pieces that protrude. So this is a wrapping nightmare, but I'm gonna show you how to do it very easily. Okay, I'm gonna show you the hard way of wrapping him first, because you know, some people like their gift to look like their gift. So pretty much what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a piece of paper, same way I told you to measure it the first time, and you're gonna take one piece and you're going to pull gently so nothing pokes through. And you're gonna tape and secure it. And you're gonna take the other side, watch out for any protruding points. And again, you're going to pull gently. I like to start from the bottom because usually the bottom is flat. So I will take this like southern back part, okay? And this is where you kind of gotta hide your messy with creases, because it's going to look pretty bad if you can't get your creases and your seams. If it's too long, that one's too long, cut it off. Just get in there with some scissors and cut it off. Take the sides, and you're gonna start almost like the candle. You're going to kind of like accordion, and then take that one side. And then you're gonna come over here. Okay. Yes, now is when you're gonna think I'm crazy, because I will sit with the gifts in my legs so I can piece them where I want them. And just accordion it around and tape where it needs to go. And turn around. Nothing is showing, so you're good. Now the top, because this is going to be way too much paper. So the best thing you do is gently feel for the top and feel for the back of your package. Keep about maybe this much extra over where the last piece of package goes, and then cut all the rest of that off. Try and do this where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, the back is against me and you see that part. You're gonna wanna take in here and you're gonna wanna pinch and push down. So you are essentially making these little triangles on the sides. Then you wanna take the back piece of your paper and push it down over the item that's in there. So that way this part, you can gently pull it back, but as you're pulling, you gotta kinda do that creasy thing from the bottom, just like that. And then, if you got pieces that are sticking up or anything, you can always tape those, but that is completely sealed. He's not coming out of it because you have to be gentle, but that one is done like this. Now, if you don't want to wrap and have an odd shape like this one to work with, then I am going to show you how to gift bag out of the wrapping paper, because that's the easiest way to do this, and it will work over the course of all kinds of other gifts. Just change the size of your bag based on the item in the center. If your person is sitting inside of it, whatever toy, however big or however small, you want the paper to overlap. Like one goes almost to here, one goes almost to here, because you're gonna need that extra space. One side, and you're gonna fold it toward the middle and crease it. And the other side, toward the middle, overlap the other one, just, you know, some, but not much. And then you're gonna crease it all the way down, okay? Now, go ahead and tape up the middle so it stays together. At the bottom of the bag, think about the size of your item that has to fit in this bag. So you're gonna need your bottom to be about at least that big. Bottom, I generally take my hand if it's a bigger item, and I will fold up until I actually am at that spot of my hand. and fold up. Now, here's the fun part. Take this piece, open it to where these sides are, and bring them down, just like that. On this side, this middle crease, bring it out and down, and then crease these little sides, like this. Okay? So you're left with something like that, okay? Then, you're gonna take these pieces, you're gonna fold it up, and then you're gonna take this one, and you're gonna fold it down to meet the other one, and then take all of the pieces down here. Be generous with the tape because this is the base that's holding whatever it is, so you're gonna want this to be secure. Now, once you have that, flip it over, and open it up like a gift bag. And then take whatever it is that you're wrapping and put it in your bag that you just made. All the way down. Like so. Fold it over like that. Cut off the excess, and you can either staple it, tape it, whatever you want to do, and you can even put holes into it and make it like an actual gift bag. The gift bag method is great. Again, like I said, if you are coordinating your wrapping paper for one child, this just makes it a lot easier. They're less likely to be able to poke it because it's not pulled very hard. Like with Yoda in there right now, if it was wrapped the other way, one good little poke on where his ear is, and it's gonna go through. Last year we did this big old truck for my son. He knew what the gift was as soon as he came out on Christmas morning because you can tell. This you cannot. And you can still dress these up with bows, with anything else that you want to. You could still dress it up, but it's less likely that the child or person can tell what's inside. You do have to use just a tiny bit of extra paper, but so much less work, and it actually keeps the mystery alive. That's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got tons of cleaning motivation or gift wrapping inspiration. There are tons of ideas if you want to look on Pinterest to even step this up even further. The sky is truly the limit when it comes to wrapping presents, and you don't even need like actual gift wrap. You can do it with newspaper and so many other things. It's really great how creative you can get with wrapping presents. So if you do want to be full-blown creative, check Pinterest. It's fantastic. Those cookies, my kids have already eaten half of them. It is a very good hack to use those cookie mixes and then just see what you can do with them. Adding extra mixes, adding some mint extract and some Andes. It's crazy what you can do with those things. When you're done here today, also please don't forget to check out Veronica's channel. She's doing another video just like this one today. So that will give you even more cleaning motivation and help with wrapping some more presents. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.